Hello, my name is Matthew Dykstra. I am the Field Station Manager at Pure Cedar Creek Institute, and this is a short presentation on our summer research in internship and creative fellowship programs. So I'm going to focus on our summer research and internship programs in this particular presentation. A little bit about Pure Cedar Creek Institute before I get too into the weeds. Pure Cedar Creek Institute is a nature center. It's a science education center and a nature preserve, as well as an environmental field station. The property itself, we own about 850 acres of very, very diverse ecosystems, and there's about 9 miles of trails open to the public. The property is free. There's no charge to come out and visit the property, and we're open to the public from dawn to dusk. Our mission is to inspire appreciation and stewardship of our environment. And we do that through our education programs, through just being open to the public for people to come out, as well as through our research and internship programs during the summertime. Pure Cedar Creek Institute is located about 10 miles south of Hastings. And you can kind of see us right down here, and this is Hastings here. We are about an hour away from Grand Rapids, maybe about 45 minutes away from Kalamazoo, an hour away from Lansing, and probably about 20-30 minutes from Battle Creek. So kind of in between all four of those cities in the middle of Berry County. Pure Cedar Creek Institute is named for both the Pierce family, which provide the resources to actually start the institute, as well as for Cedar Creek. And this is an image of Cedar Creek right here. Cedar Creek is notable for the cedar swamps that are associated with it. These cedar swamps are some of the most southern examples of cedar swamp in Michigan. The property itself, again, it has a wide variety of different ecosystems, from mature upland forests that you can see in some of these images. We have small streams and ravine. This ravine right here goes along part of the property. We have a number of small wetlands, potholes kind of in those forests. We also have extensive wetlands associated with Cedar Creek. And some of these are some of the highest quality natural areas that we have at the Institute. The property also includes 2 lakes. This is Brewster Lake, which is about 15 acres, and we also own the property around our own lake, which is about the same size. Brewster Lake is a natural lake. Our own is a man-made lake. In addition to all of the upland forest and the wetlands that we have, there are a number of old agricultural fields in which we have planted prairie grasses and prairie flowers. And so this compromises another important component of the natural areas at the Institute. One of the exciting things about these prairie areas is that we use prescribed fire as a way of managing these areas, as well as some of the other natural areas at the Institute. One of our distinct species is the eastern Massasauga rattlesnake. It is a federally listed species, and we're very proud to have a robust population of these snakes at the Institute. It's something that we do work to manage and help to provide a safe, long-term habitat for this and many other species at the Institute. A little bit about our field station. What does it mean to be a field station? And this is, we serve as a laboratory, an ecological laboratory for people doing research. And so we have a connection to these 12 colleges and universities that you see right here. And so people from all kinds of institutions can do work out here, but we have a special funding. Our internship and our research program are specifically targeted towards the faculty and the students of these consortium institutions. And so if you're a student at one of these colleges, you can apply for our research grants. You can apply to be an intern at the Institute. We have 3 different kind of sets of programs, and I'm going to talk about the first 2, the environment and research grants. as well as the Natural Resource Fellowships. The Creative Arts Fellowships, I would recommend watching one of the other videos that we have that goes into more detail about what that program is going to look like. So a little bit about the environment research grants and natural resource internships. What do they look like, right? They're summer-long opportunities. We provide up to $4,600 in stipend for undergraduate students, maybe possible for graduate students as well. And we provide up to $4,000 for research equipment, supplies, and faculty stipends for the project. The grants are funded in April, so work can begin as early as April, and they end in November, right? So most of the work usually takes place during the summer field season, but projects can kind of start and end appropriately based on what's going on in what you're studying and what's going on in the natural world. We do provide housing. Housing is available. It's not a requirement to stay on site, and so we've had a number of students that don't necessarily stay on site. But housing is available, and we do provide food service, particularly breakfast and lunch, Monday through Friday, for people that are here on site. And then a final important note is that proposals are due to me by February 3, 2022. So what are these environment research grants? What does this actually look like? The goal is to enhance the health and stability of ecosystems in West Michigan by providing scientific information to support land management decisions. So we're really looking for ways, research projects that are helping us and other folks take care, better manage, better take care of the natural areas in which we've been blessed. And so this can be in a lot of different ways. These are some of the past research projects that we funded, and this includes looking at mussels and mussel relocation. That's what this particular person has been studying, and the impacts of mussel relocation. And this particular project has implications for the work that's being done in Grand Rapids on the Grand River and the removal of some of the dams associated dams on the Grand River. It can also be work with invasive species, as this particular student was part of a team studying the biological characteristics of an invasive species, multiflora rose, at the Institute. Okay, so those are some examples. There's lots of other different opportunities kind of associated with that. And if you have questions, you can always contact me. A little bit about our natural resource fellowships. We'll have two kind of programs for 2022. One is our natural resource fellowships who work directly with one of our stewardship staff. And then the Cedar Creek Watershed field technicians that will work directly with me. And the goal is to nurture the development of promising students who are interested in natural areas management and research, right? To provide you real life opportunities to build your skills outside of a classroom, to work on some projects, and to build up your resume. We want to see you gainfully employed in the natural resources field, and hope to provide an experience that will help you get to that particular place. So in the past, we've done a lot of different things. The folks that will be doing some of the aquatic work, at least in the past couple of years, have done some fish shocking like you see here. Next year, they'll probably be doing a lot more work on lakes, maybe not so much fish shocking, but spending a lot of time on lakes. And our Steeby land management fellows have done a lot of invasive species management, a lot of planting of seeds and some seed collection, but they also get involved with some of the prescribed fires that happen at the Institute. And so if you like getting your hands dirty, jumping into creeks or lakes, busting through forests and learning about a lot of stuff, this is a great opportunity for you to gain some real life experience. For all of the folks that spend the summer out here, we have a number of other activities. This includes service hours. So a service component is part of the experience as a way of kind of giving back to the larger community. We also we'll be providing these weekly meetings in which we are learning and engaging in interesting topics together, and kind of have discussions about, you know, management and natural environment and humans' role within that. And then we also try to provide education and social opportunities as well, right? So outside of these things. And so one of my favorite, at least, opportunities is we try to take an annual paddle trip down the Thornapple River, which is just a lot of fun and a chance to kind of spend time together and enjoy this beautiful stretch of river. So what kind of resources do we have available for folks? We do have a couple of classrooms that are available, as well as a whole research lab. And so we have bench space, we have equipment in there. So depending on what your needs are within the building, in addition to all of the beautiful spaces outside, we do have some lab space where you can set up, store equipment, do things like that. During the summer, folks stay, our researchers and interns will be staying at Meadow Lodge. That's pictured up here. Meadow Lodge has, I think it's around 10 to 11 bedrooms. So depending on how many folks that we have spending the summertime, we will probably have each of you in your own bedroom within Meadow Lodge. Meadow Lodge does have a small commons area as well as a kitchen. We provide breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday, but other meals are on your own. So you do have facilities there to make your own food, things like that. Housing is not required again, so you're welcome to live elsewhere, depending on the projects. That sometimes that makes more or less sense, depending on what you have going on. So how do you apply? First thing is, make sure you read through the application and develop the program. The environment research grants have an important faculty component, and so you need to apply with a faculty mentor. And so make sure that you are working with a mentor to help develop that project. And so, yes, please read that application, develop that. As far as the natural resource internships, read through it. There are some things that you'll need. You have to kind of write a short piece, and you also need to get a letter of recommendation. So please don't wait until the last minute to do that. Otherwise, it was going to be hard to get in a good application in. You need to have everything put together by February 3, and that needs to be submitted to me. You can actually email it to me. Instructions are in the application. But if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to contact me. That's my email address right there, as well as my phone number, my office phone number. So where do you get this information? I recommend going to our website, cedarcreekinstitute.org. The particular page you're interested in is /research.html. And I am going to just go to, let's see, go over here. And this, what you are seeing right now, is the Pierce Cedar Creek Institute website. This is cedarcreekinstitute.org. And if you go right here under work, you'll see research grants and fellowship, and you can click there. And as you scroll down, you can read about some of the different programs, but here is where you'll find the actual applications. And so you can, you work to click here, you'll get the actual application right here, and you'll be able to read that. That is it for me. I hope to see some beautiful applications. I love reading those, and I hope to see some of you next summer. Thank you for your time. Hope you found it useful.